All right, here we are. And we got a great story for you tonight. And listen, we got some very damaging stuff on Michael Franzese tonight. I'm sorry, people. I thought a little differently about him until I saw this tape. Michael Franzese didn't testify against one person. I'm try more like 25 or something. Incredible. We're gonna give you the names. I'm gonna put a link. Don't take my word for it. Don't take anyone's word for it till you hear it for yourself, right? Ain't that right? Damn. I was like, he's got the world fooled. He fooled me.
Yeah.
He fooled me. I'm telling you, he fooled me. I was like, all right. Maybe he's Christian. Man, this guy is a con. He's a racketeer. That's what he does. He's good. He's a snake. And he can't debunk this. It's him testifying. And I'm like, man, what was the reason for that? Anyway, we'll get into what the reason for this. Anyway, you motherfuckers, subscribe, because Carlos has his ass on the line over there doing this shit. And
yeah, I was just thinking about that. I was watching our videos the other day, and I see how many subscribers we got, and I see how many people watching, right? I'm like, why are people subscribing? You know what I mean? Yeah, it's just a button. Just do it. You know what I'm saying? I'm out here saying stuff that I shouldn't be saying. You know what I mean? That you know, I don't want anybody around here to find out what I'm doing, and you know what I mean? And going on here.
You know what else it is? Believe it or not, there's a few people that listen to everybody, which is fair enough. If you want to listen to Sammy the Bull, Michael Franzese, I don't blame them in a way, because it's content, right? It's content. It gives them some entertainment. But what happens is, they get like one-sided, and they don't want to subscribe on you, and then because you can see where they subscribe to, you can tell, unless they keep their channel private, it's not a big deal. But listen,
that's no big deal.
No, it's not a big deal. And the other thing is, I was really kind of lost on how people could actually fall into that Franzese, Sammy the Bull, how they could actually fall into it. And you got to sometimes sit back and ask yourself, how in the world can people think like this? Because I got people before, not now, nowhere near as much as now. Before, I mean, I was getting hammered. Now I'm not getting hammered by nobody. But I mean, they're defending Sammy. Oh, he's this and he's that. And I'm thinking, wait a minute, these people can't be. How's your fingers taste?
Nervous.
You nervous over there? You got your windows blacked out?
Everything, kid. Hey, they can't get around here.
So I'm over here wondering why they defending Sammy like this. I couldn't, now I figured it out. It only took me a year. Either you watch him, this is like, he's been on for maybe a year or so. I don't know. I didn't really pay attention to it, but I'm imagining it was just him and maybe Michael Franzese, or maybe it was first Michael, then Sammy. I don't know who was first, but anyway, whether they're rats or this, or who else you going to watch? Yeah. You got no one. So you've got to pick a side, right? So then I'm imagining that the people are just going, all right, he did this and he did that, and we're just not going to look at that, but we're going to support him anyway. But now what I'm noticing is I'm getting a shitload of people that used to write these bad things and say, oh, you're this and I don't give a fuck anyway. They used to hammer me with, and I have to pay this guy. There's a midget. I used to pay this midget to go through all the comments, right? And delete them, but his fingers are too big and shit, and he can't fucking do it on the phone. It was a disaster. Anyway, they're actually coming back and they're saying, listen, I'm starting to understand what you were saying, and I'm actually starting to like your channel. Well, that's good.
I've seen that.
It's cool. You've seen, right? You've seen.
Yeah.
But what I really believe that there's some people out there that can come over to the other side. It doesn't mean you have to hate Sammy or Mike, but you can still come over to the other side. And that mentality of snitching on people is not right. No matter what you do, you don't snitch on your fucking friends. But they have this mentality that they either think it's right, or they're brainwashed into it's right, or maybe because Sammy did it, they have to stick up for him.
Right.
But I think deep down inside, they all know that snitching on your friends isn't right.
No,
so you guys,
it's not.
You need to come over to the other side. There's still a few of you out there, and I know it. You don't believe ratting is a good thing. I know you don't, especially the UK, Scotland, Australia. I don't know what happened here in the US, but Ireland, these people don't rat.
You know what happens in the States?
Here and there, but Colombia, don't rat.
Yeah, you know what happens in the States now? When I was there, that a lot of people used to tell me, well, a good friend of mine, Eddie, that was there. He says the Americans, they don't use the, like in Colombia or in other third world countries, that sometimes the police use torture in order to get you to talk. You know what I'm saying? Over there is just psychological. You know what I'm saying? They come straight. You're going away for 30. You're going away for 40. You're going away to 60 or 60. Right. And then they start working, you know what I mean? And then you got all these people around you that are all brainwashed.
Your wife is gonna be banging someone else.
You think your wife's gonna
be raising someone else is gonna be raising your kid?
And that's how psychological warfare, that's what they call it.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
There you go. So here's what we got on Mike Franzese. He gave in.
Oh man.
How many people was it?
Like 20 of them. I still want to know why. Because what year was he busted?
Fuck, I don't know. He got caught a couple times. And you know what? Here's the thing, Carlos. Do you remember? You had old law and you had old law.
Old law, yeah.
He got old law, parole.
Yeah, because he was really young in that tape.
When he got 10 years, he's out in 3.
Right.
His dad got 50, and I don't know how many. His dad got 50, got out in I think 10, and then had a bunch of parole violations. He kept going back because he was parole violating. He only got a dime, maybe 10 years, maybe. So that means he'd have been out in 3 on parole, and then he got a 4-year sentence for a violation of parole, and then started cooperating.
That's state, right?
Feds.
Feds, you do 87%.
No, not in old law where the parole.
That's right. That's right. We're talking about old. Yeah.
Old when they had parole. You did a 30-year time and you're out. 1/3. On 10, you did 3. You got parole.
Yeah, because he looks really, really, really young in that tape. He's like 20 something. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. So I'm just thinking
30.
So
30.
So he's been cooperating since way back then.
Way back then. So he claims he took the stand once, right? Against someone used his name. That's the one he's claiming that the only time he took the stand. And it was to benefit someone else. But he testified in front of the Senate about boxing, organized crime, and the Colombo family. He talked about
money laundering.
Money laundering. Oh.
Drug money laundering.
Drug money laundering. So we're going to put the link below. Franzese gets popped with an undercover agent. He's going to use drug money, and then he knows it's drug money. And what were they going to do with the money?
They're going to wash it. They're going to launder it.
Well, they're going to wash it through the boxing, though, right? Was it through boxing?
Through the boxing stuff, yeah.
Right.
Yeah. Yeah, they had a Duran fight. They had what other fight? What was the guy's name? The boxer that his boss used to own, or something like that.
Which one?
Percival used to own. There was a boxer.
Persico, yep.
And he used to own a boxer. They used to throw fights and stuff like that. Then he mentions Don King. He mentions Al Sharpton.
Don King, Al Sharpton. Who else he fucking mentioned over here?
James Caan,
Andrew Russo, Carmine Persico. Who this? Marvelous Marglin Hagler. That the boxer?
Yeah, that's the boxer.
A boxer. Al Sharpton. I mean, the list is 20 people. 20 people in front of the Senate. So I can't hear you.
Yeah, but why? That's what I'm saying. Why?
Because if you listen to the tape, the other tape, I'm trying to put 2 together. He got popped dealing with an undercover agent with drug money, right? He got popped.
To launder drug money.
Right.
Okay.
What I'm thinking is to get his ass out of that sling, he makes a deal with the government. I'll testify in front of the Senate. Now, when you testify in front of the Senate and you drop all these names that had to do with organized crime, that's in front of this. I mean, when you're in front of the Senate, that gives them an open book to go after each and every person. And then to all those guys. And, you know, everyone in the boxing was dirty, whether it was tax evasion or something else. So the question is, out of the 30 names he named, how many of those people had the feds on their ass or got indicted? We don't know, because no one's going to say. And it was so long ago, they're all dead.
Right.
They're all dead.
I know Don King was under investigation for a while,
a long time. But he probably had so much dirt on everybody that fought.
Yes, that they had to leave him alone. Because I was a slick mother.
There's some people, as you know, you can't touch. Like in Colombia, like we were talking earlier, a few handful of people.
Yeah, exactly.
You can't touch them.
Yeah.
So we're going to put a link below. So you fans, listen, it's good to be a fan. Just know what you're a fan of. And when you make a comment that's factual, because it doesn't look good, especially when you're commenting from a fake account and
right.
You know, you're just talking nonsense. The link will be there. Franzese is, here's another one. Are you ready for this, Carlos?
Which one?
This is good. Let me see how you can. I'm going to spring this one on. Franzese has a ministry. He has a ministry. Now, you know, ministries, if you have a ministry in the US, it's what's it called? You don't pay taxes on it.
Yeah, it's a foundation. It's a tax
nonprofit organization. Nonprofit because you're a ministry, right? So it's a Michael Franzese ministry. Now, here's my quiz to you. If he's got a legitimate ministry, and you were him, what would you do with all the money you're making?
Ministry.
Was that?
I'd funnel it through the ministry.
So I'm guessing all this YouTube money, and there's a lot of YouTube money, to sit down with Sammy the Bull, the millions of dollars, right?
Yes.
All he's got to do is mention Christianity or something like that.
And that's it.
It's automatically covered under the church.
Right.
Mama mia. Are you kidding me?
He's a moneymaker, man. He's an earner. That's what you guys call him.
Yeah, we call that an earner, all right.
An earner.
That's an earner. But if he was honest, you would separate the two. What you're doing with the church, fine.
Right.
Tax-free. When you're sitting down on YouTube, when you're starting to get into the organized crime stuff, no, that's not tax-free, my friend. No, that's different. You want to talk church? Okay. But now what he's doing is he's mixing the two together nice and beautifully. Sounds like Donald Trump. Nice and beautifully.
Beautifully.
He's scamming the government. He's scamming everybody.
That's something to think about, huh?
Man, that is a good one. Let's see him answer that one. All right. Are you paying taxes? I doubt it. He'll say yeah, what he needs to.
Yeah, he probably has his books all.
Yeah, where's your tax? They want to see Trump's tax returns, right? Where's your tax returns? I know what he's up to. Anyway, he just got burned on YouTube. How about that? But
really,
let him hustle. Yeah, we burned him.
Totally. Yeah, totally.
Let him hustle, because I'll tell you what, the church thing, they can't get him for that. All he's got to do is mention Jesus here and there, and he's clean.
That's it.
Sit down with Sammy the Bull. They talk about the religion, come up one time, boom, done, clean. Clean money.
It's like that.
Clean money. Oh, yeah. He could ride the church all the way to the grave. He won't pay a dime.
Okay. Well, that's good to know.
Is what it is.
It's good to know. I'll find out what the laws are here.
Wait a minute.
About that.
Mafia made. We got to think of this. Might have given us an idea.
Yeah.
But it's just for tax purposes, only us, right? They got to prove it.
Totally.
All right, my brother.
Well, people need to subscribe, man. Okay.
Yeah, this way you can stop. You can unblock your windows, right?
Exactly. All right, Bubba.
All right, brother. Take care.
All right, bye-bye.